My name is Tammy Gomez. I formerly lived in Austin through most of the 1990s, which is how I came to be affiliated and networked with a lot of really great media folks here. I took a lot of what I learned, I took a lot of what I learned up to Texas, North Texas with me. I'm based in Fort Worth. I'll answer the two questions I'd like for everyone here to answer as a way of introducing ourselves to one another. One is, what are you doing in or around or with media now? And what would you love to be doing in or around or with media soon, tomorrow, or in the future, in the place of your location? We'd like to know I'd like to know where you're based. My name is Tammy Gomez, based in Fort Worth. I've started 3 or 4 blogs. The most active one is XX Communicator at blogspot.com. It's 2 X's, XX Communicator. I'm also a performance artist, poet, convener of creative performance events, and a sometime media producer in terms of partnering with folks at Fort Worth Cable Access TV, as well as folks in radio in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. What I'd love to be doing is being part of a more active network of activists, and not necessarily just media activists, but community activists, to further our missions in terms of environmentalism, democratizing media, Latino politics and human rights, and counter-recruitment. I'm involved with a group that does counter-recruitment in high schools in Fort Worth. So all of those agendas, all of those missions being part of what can be furthered with a media alliance. So I think some of us will want to be working when we get back. There are 3 of us here from Fort Worth. That's ideally what would happen in the future. So how about if we start here? Is that okay?
Okay. My name is Ade Shoa Fality, and I work with SoulofAustin.com, which is a new website that's out, catered to the African American community. And I'm the public relations entertainment personality for the website. And basically the goal of the website is just to keep the community connected on what's going on, about events that they may not know about, events that they would want to be involved in and get involved in. And the opportunity for not just to get information, but also to connect and interact as an online community on there. So our goal is to basically get out in Austin and get the word out about us, and people want to come to our website to find out what's going on. So,
What would you like to be doing? Oh, you, I guess, doing more.
Yeah, and kind of get the word out and get connected with people.
My name is Angeline McFarland. I'm the Executive Director of LEAP, and I've been there all of 29 days. I started on February 1st. What we do now, what LEAP does is, LEAP is an outgrowth of the Austin Lyric Opera, and what the initial mission of the organization was to introduce minority students to opera, because traditionally it was inaccessible to minority students. The mission has expanded, and it's going to be my role to try and, so this is what I would like to be doing. It's going to be my role to try and make that happen and expand it beyond opera and museum visits and begin to get the students more and more engaged. And so I've been working with Channel Austin to try and develop a program, or to collaborate with them and leverage a program to get students more involved in communicating their art through media.
I'm Sue Cole, and I've been a public access producer since 1982 here in Austin. I'm also a teacher and a community activist and work with nonprofit organizations. I really would like to extend an invitation that you get involved in access to the media tonight at 11 p.m. because I have a live show on cable access, and even if you can't be there at the studio in person, I want to encourage you to call and maybe talk about the summit that you experienced today, or maybe offer up suggestions for better access for the media. My concerns, and what I hope, I wish I could be doing, would be opening up our own public access center to more hours to the public. We've been slashed in our hours overnight. We don't get access to the facility 4 days a week overnight. There's excessive closures for holidays, more than 13 a year. I'm concerned about that because when I get time off work, I can't go down and produce programming. And I really would like to establish a strong network for free equipment and resources and services, and even mentoring for producers here in Austin, especially those that have been disenfranchised from the process at the local access center. And even solving some of the problems, I'd like to ask for your recommendations on issues of banning people physically from the access center, a place that should be open for free speech. And if you've ever had any experiences like that, and how you would really deal with collaboration and trusting folks and working with folks that may not disagree, may not disagree or may not agree with, that you still want to provide access to them for free speech and stuff.
My name is Sarah Watkins. I'm here in Austin. I am a community activist with Adaptive Texas. It's a local grassroots disability rights organization. We use a lot of direct action. We're part of a national network. I'm also an AmeriCorps Vista with United Cerebral Palsy Texas, so I wear a variety of different hats. And I haven't done a lot with media recently. About a year and a half ago, I was doing some radio stuff with Free Speech Radio News out of the Berkeley, California area, and I've done some blogging. But my interest in independent media and community media in particular is along disability rights and disability activism route, because a lot of times as people with disabilities, and particularly as the activism community or the arts community, with people with disabilities, we don't get a lot of media, and it's not something that mainstream media picks up on. And so one of the things that we've kind of had to sit down and say is, okay, well, we need to make our own media, or we need to create relationships with people that are already in independent media, and work with them to kind of pick up what we're doing and kind of get involved that way. So, yeah.
My name is Karina, and I'm a rights student with Pt1 News, which was started last semester. We didn't have a news program for about 6 or 7 years, and I wanted to do something where I interviewed professors about their research because I'm a science major, and they said, well, why don't you just start the news department? So that's what I'm doing, and we don't really have that clear of a focus yet because it's still really new and it's just a weekly program and we don't have very many people. So that's what I'm looking to get from here maybe, is to try to understand what the people want to hear, and try to make sure that we're covering things that you can't find anywhere else. And also I want people to turn on radio to listen to Pt1 News and not just happen to hear it while it's on. So look forward to it.
My name is Jocelyn, and I work with the Houston Independent Media Center, which is part of a global network of independent newsmakers who, with a focus on covering social justice movements. And locally, we have a radio program, which is a news program every Friday on KPFT, and we also show films every month and have a website where people can, well, we do a lot of coverage of local movements and events and anything that's going on that deals with social justice. We also have a community calendar and things like that. And what I would really like is, well, I guess one of the unique things about indie media is the open publishing concept of basically anyone can publish to our website and anyone can be a media maker. But I think the way things are currently run is basically like a few people are working on indie media and providing coverage, and I would really like in the future for more people in the community to feel like they can publish their own news, and to know that this is accessible to them and to actually use the resource. So I guess the goal of getting more people in the community involved